With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dredd Show.
Okay, so you can see that he has now declared himself a full member of the International Bar Association. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to take back all those things I said about him. I've been telling everybody he has phony Juris Doctorates, but I guess he's got me there. How many of you believe that? Well, it turns out, if you read this, after completing my Juris Doctor from Juris Doctor? No, okay. My Juris Doctorate from Rennaissance University in an academic partnership with the University of Montreal Law Faculty. And he does this a lot. Okay, so he claims a degree from a university, but he says it's always in partnership with some other university. Okay? How many in here have heard of Rennaissance University?
I was actually just going to look it up because I've never heard of it.
It sounds like the kind of place you get an alternative degree from.
I've heard of the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
Renaissance Festival. You know what? That's probably very apt. I would trust that degree more than the other. So let me explain to you what the Renaissance University is. This is wonderful. Hang on, I gotta.
So you got a turkey leg with his diploma, huh?
All right. So the Renaissance University is a private university licensed by the federal government of Nigeria in 2005. Hey, if there's one thing that I think of when I think of the Renaissance era, it's Nigeria.
Really? I think of like princes and princesses and like stuff like that.
The one thing I don't think about when I think about Nigeria is scams, right? Let's not
that's right. That's right. The thing about it is, okay, I'm not knocking Nigeria. If this would have been the University of Western Africa or something like that, or University of Nigeria, that would have sounded okay. But you don't name your university in Nigeria Renaissance University. That just makes no sense. If it was in Germany, that would make sense, or Britain, whatever. All right. So it's located in, and by the way, the fact that it's licensed by the government means nothing. Okay? It means nothing. That means they paid their $50 a year to get the license. So, interestingly enough, I went and I looked at the coordinates. And here it is. If you go to the street view doesn't even go to it. The street view is nowhere even near it. And if you blow it up, there are no buildings there.
Did they tear it down?
There was nothing ever there. Those are old growth trees.
Maybe in like the 1900s or something.
Yeah.
Like I meant like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Or something.
If you look at the names of the buildings around, it doesn't even mention, because they have these labels, right? Renaissance University is not even shown.
That's weird.
It's not weird. It's expected.
Why?
There is no such
right.
university. There's no such university as Renaissance University.
That's disappointing. That sounds like fun. You'd think that like they'd be dressing up to go to school as like the
jousting. I want to see some jousting.
Yeah, jousting and fighting, knights and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. We only have one doctorate to give out, but we have 5 candidates.
Oh my. I really don't know much about this guy, but since you've been talking about him, I've been like doing some minimal research on him, and like he's a special character.
Well,
I don't think he's that special. I think he's on a long line of race hustlers that aren't doing the world any favors, just providing shock content.
Special ed is what I meant.
Okay, so here it is. I think, and I would love to hook up with somebody who maybe is a reporter, investigator for like the Chronicle of Higher Education or something. I see something deeper here. I see, and I know that you might be thinking I'm nuts, but I see here a conspiracy amongst a large number of Atlanta or area people to grant phony doctorates to each other. And they involve people who work at real universities, although they're not very good ones. Buwella University, for example, is ranked almost near the bottom in Georgia. And, I forget the other one, but there's another university, I'll think of it in a moment, where it seems like there's a lot of involvement by these faculty to help these people earn these degrees. I think that there's something bigger here. Somewhere along the line, they have all worked together to sort of promote each other for these phony doctorates. Look, I have a PhD in electrical engineering. I don't need 7 PhDs to promote my credibility. And there's a screw loose in somebody who thinks that he needs to earn all these credentials. It's just insane. I mean, do you realize he claims 15 degrees?
Who else in his circle or group of people that has a degree from Rennaissance? Is there anybody else that is within his circle that has a degree from that?
Well, that I haven't investigated because the Rennaissance thing came up like today. I only noticed it.
Okay.
I take that back. I mentioned it in a previous deal. And by the way, he claims the Juris Doctorate in Rennaissance, but he doesn't list Rennaissance as one of those in his LinkedIn, which is another dead giveaway. Why does he say that in partnership with Montreal? The University of Montreal is real.
Right.
It throws people off the track. It makes it harder for them to call him a liar because if people say, hey, I checked with Rennaissance, there's no university. Oh, that was because it was in partnership with Montreal. If they go to Montreal, you'll say, well, yeah, but it was only the faculty of Montreal. I got my PhD really at Rennaissance. So he can move the goalpost back and forth. And he has done this many, many times. I mean, look, it's one thing to get maybe a PhD where you had another university involved, but there's been like 4 of them. That's just...
Of course. He's an expert in everything he needs to be an expert in, I'm sure.
Including physics.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, and he, by the way, he already issued me a challenge to debate me. And I said, hey, name the time and place, baby.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you wanted real receipts, I'd be like, show me the academic journals you've been published in. And he's going to be like, never happened.
Yeah, because in Google Scholar, he's not mentioned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, if you're interested in this, everybody, go to my channel, look up the Rashad Richey playlist. It's fascinating and hilarious to the depths he will go to claim a credential.
From outer space.